Hello everyone, welcome to Only Competitive Exam. Today I am going to discuss about a brief history of modern India by Rajiv Ahir. Now the first thing that I want to mention from this book is that this book is only for the UPSC aspirant and PCS aspirant. Alright, so only those candidates will read this book. And also this book is not for the ones who want to gain knowledge. This book is only for the ones who are desperately aspiring to crack this UPSC exam. All right, now the another thing that I want to also mention, that this is the most revised edition, that is the 2016 edition, and it is 22nd. All right, I'll just 22nd edition. Yeah, it is. This is the 22nd edition and has been written by Rajiv Ahir sir. He is an IPS officer and he very nicely written this book, and it will be useful for any UPSC aspirant, especially who are just revising the things. Alright, so let's discussing about this book. This book covers almost all the topics from 1757 to 1964. As you can see here, the contents, that it starts from the early modern India, and then the advent of the Europeans in India, the Portuguese, Dutch, English, French, Danes, and then the eve of the British conquest, and then goes to expansion of solidification of British power in India, and then comes the popular revolt, Sipai Mutiny. That's the revolt of 1857. And then they discuss about the religious and social reforms movement. Then the struggle begins, that is the freedom struggle. All right, now that the national movement, and then the national movement of 1919 to 1939, then the national movement towards freedom and partition, and then administrative changes after 1857, and then economics impact of British rule in India, then development of Indian press, and then development of education, then brief notes on some aspect of British rule as well, then the Indian states, that is the company struggle for the equality of partition and all. Then they discuss about those previous thing as well, the civilian and the tribal from 1757 to 1900s. Then the peasants movement, the movement of the working class, the evolutions of nationalist foreign policy, and lastly the most important thing, that is the appendices. All right, so if I discuss this, the most important chapter, that is the revolt of 1857. Now here you can see very that Rajiv sir described all the things very precisely and just to the point. Sir covered all the parts here so nicely, and you can see here that in military revolts before 1857, all the points has been mentioned very nicely, and then the most important that broke out for the pre 1857, those all the points, and then the revolt and causes. Then all the causes, political causes, administration causes, social causes, all this very nicely described all the things. And lastly, you can see also at in the end what sir did is make one summary. Also you can see here that this is the most important thing, that is for last minute revision purpose. Just before going to exam, you just revise these things, all the summary from all the chapters, and just crack this exam. Alright, now talking about this World War portion, that is from 1914 to 1945, I would say to read it from Bipin Chandra, as sir did not cover all the topic on this book, so I would recommend to read it from Bipin Chandra, and also revise again and again at least 20 times. Alright, so that's the thing, that's one another important aspect. And also I would say, before reading this book, first read NCERT from 6 to 10. Alright, then come to Tamil Nadu's 12th class, not 11th class. then I would say read Rajiv Ahir sir's book, and then revised everything from Lucent's GK, and then always make notes. Alright, making notes is the most important thing. If you want to crack this exam, you have to make notes and keep on revising again and again. So that's the fact. Alright, so that's the point. And what, thank you very much. If you like this video, then please do comment on your comment box. Thank you very much. God bless you.